What is the most exciting aspect of being the breeder of epic pharaoh?
Nate Coleman repeated the question back to the reporter.
I guess
He said, scratching his neck.
it was just meant to be. Right time, right place, right bloodlines.
He shrugged as if eloquence was less attainable than a champion stallion.
I heard that you had a lot of excitement when you brought Pharaoh's dam home to your stables.
The reporter asked, as if hoping to extend the interview. Nate's eyebrows bunched together, and he looked completely perplexed until, suddenly, enlightenment.
Oh, yeah. Someone dumped a kid in my stable the next night. Made me realize I had to get a better lock for my gate and for my stable door.
Interview with Nate Coleman.
The next day was hectic. Kamchatka was not about to allow them to load him onto the horse van, until finally Mary personally led him aboard. After a short conference between the different men, it was decided that she should travel with the stallion. She had been told that after 10 weeks in Estolia, she would get advanced lessons from Darin. Mary sat in front of the vanity mirror and looked at herself as she brushed her hair. She felt as if she had spent 10 weeks in paradise. The number of things she had learned about Estolia was staggering. She was informed that the grant was taken over by Nico and that he would be working with her. While she ran the brush through her hair, she recalled that interview.
I have great discretionary freedom. There were very few constraints on this money overall.
He smiled gently and added,
What mattered to us here in Estolia is that we do not have anything published that leaves our faith and lifestyle open to incorrect interpretation. We wanted to have a say in anything you publish. We would like to wait until the end of the 12 weeks, but I can say now that we will be extending you a contract for the full 5 years, so long as we can all come to an agreement.
Mary spent more than half of her time in Estolia working with Kamchatka. He had rapidly become the most important living creature on the planet to her. She was ready to graduate to more elaborate riding and looked forward to the chance to learn more challenging material. She was assured that Darin would be with her by the end of the week. One morning, she had just finished riding when she saw a carriage draw up next to the royal stable where Kamchatka had his box stall. She finished the maneuver she had been taught to use and then dismounted. Normally, Mary would cool him off and rub him down, grooming him prior to bedding him down for the night. Eloise, the stable girl who was assigned to help her, came up to them.
You must greet those arriving,
Eloise explained, first in Estolian and then in English. Eloise seemed as dedicated to teaching Mary how to speak the language as Mary was dedicated to learning how to ride.
I will take care of Cam.
There was little point in arguing. She patted Kamchatka's neck before turning to walk toward the older couple as they stepped down from the carriage. She recognized Nico and wondered who the other couple might be.
Mary,
Nico wasted no time.
I would like to introduce you to Lazarus Ezekiel Zakarian, former keeper of the soul of Estolia and second consul to the king. Uncle Zeke, this is Meredith Palmer.
Enchanted to meet you, my dear.
His voice was firm, warm, pleasant. He turned to the woman by his side and said,
Mary, I'd like you to meet my Cailey, the keeper of my soul, the woman who is quite literally everything to me. Kedarin Cicero Zakarian, this is Meredith Palmer.
Kedarin Cicero!
Mary exclaimed, staring at the woman in shock. Nico looked from Mary to Kedarin to Zeke.
What is it that I do not understand?
He asked.
Your name is really Kedarin Cicero?
She asked. The curly-haired woman nodded her head, saying in a voice barely above a whisper,
Why is my name so significant to you?
My mother's long-lost sister, snatched as a newborn. That was her name.
Mary looked at her, studying her features, seeing in her mind's eye the photograph of her grandmother when she was this woman's age. Nico looked from Kedarin to Mary to Zeke.
We should return to the palace,
he said. He and Zeke helped Kedarin into the carriage. The four did not say anything on the short ride to the palace. Mary could not believe she discovered the missing link from her mother's family on a tiny island on the other side of the world. When they were in one of the lovely sitting rooms of the palace, Zeke took charge of the conversation.
If you could explain to us what you know.
Mary told them the story. They listened quietly while she shared everything she knew.
Connections made, a life made whole, scars erased from her wounded soul.
The riot of brown curls sported by the pregnant woman was striking, giving her a playful look. She looked up at her husband after the doctor stepped out of the room.
I didn't believe it could really take hours to give birth.
Are you in any pain, Carol?
Her husband asked. He distractedly ran a hand through his overlong red-orange hair.
They gave me something.
She assured him, grabbing his hand.
At least we can talk about names.
You're sure about the name we chose?
He asked.
Kedarin. It's got a ring to it. Besides, making up names is all the rage these days.
She said.
Yeah, but most people are choosing names like Moonflower and Starsong and who knows what else.
The woman in the bed did not respond right away, as another contraction took her attention. Finally, she was able to say,
Those names are a product of the times more than anything. I want to make a new name up. Besides...
She hesitated.
What is it?
He asked with a grin. She shrugged and said,
Mother was dead keen on genealogy. She said that one of her ancestors had a cousin named Fleur in Perpignan, and she married some foreigner named Kedarin. It was spelled funny, with a Q, so I changed the spelling.
Kedarin it is then,
he said with a smile.
Kedarin Cicero. He'll have to be big and brawny to live up to such a different name.
She'll wear it perfectly. I just know it.
3 days later, they were preparing to check out of the hospital, waiting for the nurse to bring them their daughter, when it was discovered that their newborn baby was missing. For weeks, the authorities searched and followed leads, trying to find the newborn, only to eventually tell the couple that they should move on with their lives. The couple were less exuberant, less ebullient, as they waited in the hospital to take their next child home. The young girl they were going to adopt was 18 months old. Her name was Molly, and she was suffering from smoke inhalation, from the fire that took her parents' lives and left her an orphan. They wanted to give their abundant love to a child, and when it became clear that Carol would never give birth again, they opted for an adoption of an older child. They wanted a child sooner rather than later. For the most part, they put their lost child behind them, except on December 28th each year. Then they would take the time to celebrate her birthday and pray that she was loving life somewhere, happy and healthy. Their imagination was all that they had.
Your mother was adopted?
Nico asked when she finished her story. Mary nodded.
Yes, she was orphaned in a fire. She was very happy growing up.
I was not abandoned by my parents.
Kedarin realized out loud. Tears were running down her face.
I'm sure my grandparents would love to meet you,
Mary said.
They're alive.
Kedarin looked at her husband and Nico before looking back at Mary.
Yes.
Mary said.
They are very healthy. I'm quite blessed to have them.
She had always gotten along better with her mother's adopted parents than with her immediate family.
I am sure they would visit you here if they could afford it.
We will send the jet to pick them up,
Nico said firmly.
Will you request their presence?
Mary nodded.
I will. They'll come too. I'll make sure of it.
Connection